Jaylo,
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be doing this tomorrow. Because
Why?
I think I should leave early because I was watching the news and they were talking about the weather and it's going to be super hot tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, so I think I got to leave right after I showered. Well, after you showered to beat the heat and everything.
Oh.
They say it might hit 100.
Ooh.
Yeah, and today's going to be 94.
Yeah, it's still hot. 94, 95.
But it's supposed to start cooling off after Monday. And Friday, I believe, is going to be around 80 degrees.
Okay.
So we got to make the most out of this now.
Oh my.
Maybe we'll do something over the phone in the next few days.
Oh.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, like an episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To make up for the one we'll probably be losing tomorrow.
Oh. Well, what time is it supposed to start getting really hot then?
It's going to be hot from the morning because we're still going to have the residual heat from today.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I would suggest, Bubs.
Go ahead.
For tomorrow, if you really don't feel like walking in the sun, I suggest you probably should maybe get a lift home.
I think I can make it work as long as I leave early enough.
Yeah.
And plus, a lot of people will be doing that tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Babes.
Yeah?
I watched a disturbing commentary video.
Uh-oh.
From not one of the regular people. I've seen this guy's video a bunch of times. I think his name is Bo.
Uh-huh.
And he is this guy from the South who's super liberal and does commentary on politics and whatnot.
Yeah.
And we don't have to go too far into the weeds because I actually think that the Democrats share a big part of the blame for what's been going on in the Supreme Court. And that's one of the reasons I'm not as raw against what happened with Roe versus Wade, is because the Democrats played into this. But we don't need to go there right now. But he was just speculating that not only will the court go after gay marriage and contraception rights, which Clarence Thomas has already said, but that they might make being gay illegal in certain states, federally illegal. And then states would have the right to outlaw being gay.
I don't know if it's going to go that far.
Would you be upset if it went that far?
Well,
I know you're not for gay rights.
No,
but
I'm not.
Wouldn't that be a step too far even for you?
I mean that would almost sound like, because there are countries that actually will kill somebody off if they are living in the gay lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I don't think they should die. I also don't think it should be illegal. What I do have an issue with is when these gay rights activists are pushing people to accept something that they're not comfortable with. That's really what I don't like. And I mean, if they want to do that behind their closed doors, there's nothing anybody can do about it because that's their domain, that's their house. You can't. But if somebody is pushing legislation to force people to accept whatever it is, I don't know. I don't like it when...
Okay, but let's stay on this issue.
All right.
Because it sounds like the Supreme Court is trying to get involved with what people do behind closed doors, with going after contraception. And again, this is one YouTube video, but we do know that Clarence Thomas, at the very least...
We do know?
He said it.
I still have to look that up.
He said it. We do know that he is at least going to try to outlaw gay marriage. And it's speculation that he's going to try to make it illegal to be gay in certain parts of the country.
I don't know that he would go that far.
But if he does, wouldn't you say that is not a pro-freedom stance at that point?
That would be a little too much even for me.
Okay, my bar is a lot higher, but at least you do have a bar.
Of course I have a bar.
Sorry, keep going.
You're assuming I don't have a bar?
Well, on this thing. But keep going. Tell me more.
No, I don't really, I don't know. That's a little too much.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
There's speculation too, and I don't know if this is true or not, but that the only reason that they haven't announced that they're against interracial marriage is because Clarence Thomas is a black judge married to a white woman, and that after he dies, they're going to try to go after that.
No, interracial marriage, I hope they don't go after this. But here's the thing, though. Don't you think it's wrong
I do.
Hold on.
No, go ahead.
Before the Roe versus Wade decision, okay, don't you think it's wrong that there were leftist activists that were going to pregnancy crisis centers and uh, having violent protests in front of them?
I didn't know about that.
Yes, they are.
Okay, that doesn't mean it didn't happen just because I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
That's wrong, but it's also, in my opinion, and I know we disagree about abortion rights, I think what the Supreme Court did is wrong because I'm a pro-freedom person.
No, but what they're doing is they're leaving it up to the states to make a decision. That doesn't mean that it's illegal, because women can still do that, and
right.
they're still going to find a way to do it.
But
they're just leaving it up to the states and not up to the government
but
to decide.
What you're not considering is a lot of states have trigger laws, so it's illegal already in those states. And the other thing too is, I believe Texas, now don't quote me on this, I've heard that Texas wants to make it illegal for a woman to go over the border and get an abortion. So that seems like that would go against individual rights and states' rights.
I don't know. I mean, there's speculation. It's just so interesting that it seems like the left really wants to make a judge like Clarence Thomas the evil person, and they want to take it to the extreme, like, oh, they're gonna outlaw contraception.
But he said that he wants to do that.
Really?
He said that in a statement the other day that he wants to. He didn't phrase it like Rick's phrasing. No, but
let me go and look that up, because
okay,
every time a leftist outlet says that, there's always some falsehood to that. And they always like to edit it.
In his statement, the way Rick interpreted it, and read it yourself. And I didn't read it. I listened to.
Yeah, you didn't read it.
Kyle
okay,
from Secular Talk.
You didn't read it. You're just gonna take it from another left-wing talk show host. I get it. Okay.
I will read it. I will read it this week, my dear. The way it sounded to me is they're going after gay rights, and they're going after your right to purchase birth control, and there's some speculation that they're going to go after people's rights to have oral or anal sex in their own household. So it's like,
yeah, but this is what the left does. They like to take it to the extreme, like the conservatives are the bad people, and then they're the same. The leftists are the same people that are trying to cancel anyone, even their own party, that will say that there are only two genders. So I mean,
I believe that cancel culture is a problem on both sides. Ask Little Nas X about right-wing cancel culture, or ask the Dixie Chicks, or ask Colin Kaepernick, or ask any number of people you could ask about this. Ask Mike Pence about cancel culture, and I hate Mike Pence.
You know, I think it's so funny that you use the word hate like it's
like it's
water
style, yeah.
Like
I
it's
do,
water
sometimes.
or something. It's like, I don't think you really hate these people. I think you don't like their policies. But to say that you hate someone, you actually have to know them.
I know, like, it's possible.
And you don't know them.
It's possible if I met Clarence Thomas, we'd become, like, good friends.
I don't even think you hate Donald Trump. I think you just don't like his policies, because it's one thing to say that you hate someone, and that really means that you really have some hatred in your heart, and I don't think you do.
I'm going to use the word hate again. I hate when people compare Trump to Hitler.
Oh, that's awful.
Because they're two different leaders in two different times, and as much as Alana doesn't like this word, as much as I hate Trump,
no, you don't.
At least at this point, he's not as bad as Hitler.
No, he never was. I mean, Hitler's been responsible for.
Yeah, okay, but here's my question, babes.
Right.
If could you make that argument about Hitler? Could somebody say, "Well, I don't hate Hitler. I just hate his policies"?
That's totally different, because I'll tell you why.
Go ahead.
Because he was actually going out of his way to indoctrinate the youth. He was actually going out of his way to extinguish any sign of Jewish anything, right?
Okay.
And he's overtly and blatantly racist. So, I mean, he was going out of his way to show everybody that this is how he feels.
Mm.
That's different than not liking somebody because of their policies.
If they outlaw the right to be gay, could we at least start to think about dropping the lie that the right wing is pro-freedom?
I would have to check into that, Bubs. I can't just, I don't.
But it would be on the table to consider. Maybe we don't.
Well, there are even conservatives that would probably not be for that either.
Yeah. Because
there are conservative commentators that said, well, I don't believe that anyone from the LGBTQ community should die, because there are some people that don't want to kill them off, and I'm one of them. I don't want to kill them off.
Well, that's awfully liberal of you, babes.
No, Bubs. You know what I mean. They're just as much human beings as we are. Bubs.
Well, I agree with you, but I think it's a low bar to say, "Oh, I don't think gay people should be thrown in
Bubs.
prison."
You're not understanding
Sorry,
why
go
I'm
ahead.
saying that.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying that there are people that think that the LGBTQ people are the scum of the earth and that they should die. I don't think that way.
Good. I'm glad you don't.
I don't think that it should be illegal, even if I don't support their their lifestyle. I also don't support the adult film lifestyle too, but they're going to do that.
Yeah, and I think
I don't support that industry.
And again, I'm pro freedom. I've known plenty of gay people over the years. Some people are. It's just like any other group. Some people are assholes, but most people are pretty cool. So let people live their life and do you. That's how I look at it.
But I think it's funny that the same activists who say live and let live, some of them will push stuff on you as well. So I mean, I think if you're going to say that there's people on the right that are not so nice, there's also people on the left that are even worse.
There's authoritism on both sides, but I don't like it when it's done by the left either. It's just that the right has most of the power in this country.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't, because the left has the House and the Senate right now.
At
least if there are still Republicans in the Senate, but it seems like a lot of them are trying to help the left.
I would say
not all of them, but a few.
I would say the Democrats have the House and the Senate, but again, this is where we get into a heavy disagreement. I see the Democrats as the left-leaning version of the Republican Party for the most part, with a few exceptions. Because look how they're trying to prop up some Republicans like Liz Cheney, whose dad is a war criminal.
There are Republicans that are very much against that, and there are Republicans that are against the ones that are helping the prop up the left too. So I mean, I think I don't know that we should get into the weeds.
Yeah, suffice it to say, I don't think that the left has a lot of political power in this country. I think it's nice to say just because the Democrats are technically in power, but the Democrats cower to the right wing. Joe Biden won't stop talking.
No, it's the other way around. There are people on the right that cower to the Democrats.
Joe Biden won't shut up about how he's friends with Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, but he'll say anything. You know that, right?
I know he'll say anything, but I don't like him saying that. Like on one hand,
it shouldn't surprise you.
Okay, so here's and let me criticize the Democrats for a second. Mm-hmm. Here's something that I don't like the Democrats are doing, and when I say the Democrats, I mean like the Nancy Pelosi's and the Joe Bidens, Kamala Harris, those types of people.
Establishment.
Okay. I don't like how they say we have to always vote Democrat because the Republicans are a threat to our democracy. Now, I agree with them on that. We disagree, but
we live in a republic, not a democracy.
It's a democratic republic. But I agree with that statement. But what I don't like is they'll follow it up with, and we need to work with Republicans and remember that they're our friends, our Republican congressman friends. So the same people who you think are trying to destroy our democracy, you consider your friends and you want to make sure that they get what they want.
Well, yeah.
Come on.
Well, that's why
Come on, Democrats.
Well, that's why the Republicans that are outside the establishment call the establishment Republicans rhinos, because they're not representing the Republican Party at all. They want to work on the other with the other side of the aisle, and especially when both sides don't like the Nancy Pelosi's and the Chuck Schumers. They don't like these people. They want them to be gone already. And
Nancy Pelosi is playing both sides of the fence with the abortion rights thing. Now she's coming out and saying, "Well, we need to vote for Democrats." You know that like less than 2 months ago, she was doing fundraisers for Henry Cuellar, who was a pro-life Democrat, and she was letting her voice be used on robocalls for this fool. Yeah, she's really pro-life, Nancy Pelosi. I mean, she's really pro women's rights.
She's not pro woman anything. She's
she's a real lib.
No, she is.
Yeah,
She
I'm sure
she should be she should have been out a long time ago. I don't know why she's still there.
I 100% agree with you.
And it's not just because we're on different sides of the coin. It's just that she's lied so many times.
Yeah.
People just don't like her anyway because of her personality, and even there's been a Catholic bishop who has even questioned her loyalty to the Catholic Church.
There's a reason why I can hate the Democrats and still be a Bernie fan. You know what I mean? It's because regardless of what you think of Bernie, he's honest. You know what I mean? And he has good policies. At least he wants to do something for the people.
Utopian dreamer.
Well, would you agree that at least he wants to do things for the people, and Nancy Pelosi just wants to do things for her donors?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that he wants to do things for the people. I think that he wants his agenda in there, but is it really for the people, or is it it self-serving? I honestly think it's self-serving.
I think it's for the people.
Right.
We disagree.
Utopian dreamer.
Well, you need people to have dreams in this country. Look at Martin Luther King.
Yeah, but that was a different kind of a dream. This is the utopian dreamer that wants everybody to have free stuff. Disguised as free everything.
Let me tell you something about Martin Luther King, babes.
Okay, Bubs.
Real quick. Did you know that the last thing he was fighting for wasn't civil rights as we consider it? Like,
it was about the Wonder Bread thing. I know you told me.
No, it wasn't about Wonder Bread specifically. He was talking about protesting Wonder Bread, but his bigger agenda at the end of his life, and I believe this was the reason he was really killed, was the war on poverty.
That he wanted people to flourish?
Yes. He was in favor of this idea called the war on poverty, I believe. And he was saying, hey, it's great that black people have the right to sit in the same place as white people, but what if we worked on bringing up our poor people in this country and made it to where they have the same rights as upper middle class and rich people? I'm obviously paraphrasing.
Okay. Well, I know that Bob Woodson was I told you he was a
You
guy
told me about this, dude.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I wasn't finished. I heard you speak.
Go ahead.
You speak a lot.
Not as much as you, but keep going.
You know, there is a Smurf named Big Mouth.
Did they name him after my little Jaylo?
Did they name him after
I kissed your hand.
Okay. Anyway, we joke, but I mean, I know that there is something to be said about the rich blacks versus the poor blacks, and that the ones that were more affluent in the civil rights movement did not want were kind of looking down at the poor blacks. And it wasn't just like, rich whites and poor blacks. It was also rich blacks and poor blacks. So it's kind of interesting. And you're probably right. Maybe he wanted to be killed for that.
I don't think he wanted to be killed.
I'm sorry. I should rephrase that. You're probably right that maybe he was killed for that reason, but not just that reason.
That's my assumption.
But who knows? Somebody wanted to kill him. Somebody wanted him dead. James Earl Ray wanted him dead. And
I know I'm going to sound all conspiracy theorist, mm-hmm. but we don't know if James Earl Ray was working with the FBI or what. And now it came out that the people who we thought killed Malcolm X didn't do the crime, and that
mm-hmm.
the FBI knew about this.
Who did it then?
I don't know if they know who did it, but I think that they think now that it's really connected to the FBI instead of these radical Muslims who killed him because Elijah Muhammad put a hit out on him. So,
but it doesn't make them look good either.
Who?
It doesn't make Elijah Muhammad look good either, right?
Well, no, but here's the thing. Here's where we get into nuance. You can hate Elijah Muhammad and still think that the FBI was wrong. Or you could also hate Elijah Muhammad and think maybe he said some things that were true, right? And I think sometimes the right and members of the left lose perspective on nuance.
So there was speculation that because Malcolm X spoke out against the Nation of Islam, that a bunch of them killed him.
There were two people in prison. And I think one of them died, and they released one earlier this year or late last year because they said that new evidence has come forward and he didn't do the crime, and that the FBI was somehow involved in it.
And-
now, that's what I believe I read, but I read so many crazy stuff.
And how many years was this person in prison for?
I think they got arrested right after Malcolm X was assassinated in February of 1965.
It's a long time.
Yeah, and here's the thing, but there could be elements of truth to both, because Malcolm X, I believe, he had his house bombed a couple of times, and he speculated that it wasn't just the FBI, but that Elijah Muhammad was trying to kill him too. So it could have been that Elijah Muhammad had his house bombed once or twice, and then it was just the FBI who finished the job. It doesn't have to be, it was all the FBI. You know what I mean?
I guess.
So there is nuance in this stuff. You still haven't read his autobiography.
No.
We might have to do that.
It's a long one, isn't it?
I believe it's like 700 pages in total.
Okay, yeah, I guess it's not too bad, but it is.
I read it in 2003. It's a great book. Great book.
Who wrote it?
It's the autobiography.
No, but who wrote it?
Well, he worked on it with Alex Haley.
Oh.
Yeah. Autobiography means that the person who it's based on wrote it, babes.
I know that.
Oh.
I know that, Bubs.
Okay, good.
I didn't mean... I know that he was a part of it, of course, but I was saying who actually was the author.
Yeah, it was a collaboration between him and Alex Haley, who is also known because he wrote the book Roots.
Okay.
Yes.
And it turned into a series.
Roots did, yes.
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 Junta Quinte.
Yes. But we should read his autobiography in a couple months after, we finish with some other books. Jaylo. But anyway, so that's what's going on with the Supreme Court. This country is falling apart. And it's not just because of the right wing. The Democrats are playing into this too.
I think there's another thing going on, but I don't think you want me to discuss it.
Uh-oh.
But because we totally disagree on it.
Oh, really? One of those things?
Yeah.
I will tell you this, babes. There's something that's been starting to go on in progressive circles, which I kind of like and I kind of think is cheesy at the same time. So you know how, obviously, Republicans have the term rhino?
Yeah.
There's now the term Pino, progressives in name only.
I know.
And I like the sentiment behind it because
I know.
I think it's good to call out people who are pretending to be progressives, like Pramila Jayapal is one, because I think she was more progressive.
She was in Seattle, right?
She's in Washington.
Pramila Jayapal.
And now she's sort of moved more to the right wing flag of the Democratic Party. And
right in Democratic standards, is that right?
I consider the Democratic Party to be slightly to the left wing of the Republican
because there's differences between a Democrat and a radical leftist progressive in some ways. There's just I think their differences, of course, are in policies.
See, and I would say there's a difference between a Democrat and just a regular leftist progressive. And that's what I would consider myself to be. I
don't even think you're that far to the left.
I would classify myself as a left-leaning independent.
Yeah, but I don't even think you're that left.
Really?
No, I don't.
I have some right-wing views, but overall...
You have it, but I'm telling you, if you were even farther to the left, we wouldn't be talking. We wouldn't be together.
Okay.
We wouldn't even be friends. I don't think so.
Let me phrase it to you this way.
Yeah.
You have a lot of conservative friends and relatives.
Uh-huh.
Do you think I would fit in if we started having a conversation with them about politics?
Not everything. I mean, you probably would fit in with the gun rights debate.
Yeah, but I am very pro-regulation, though.
But there are so... I mean, see, this is exactly why I think that independents are different than people who identify with a party.
I agree.
I don't think you can be independent and say that you're all conservative and all liberal unless you're if you're more left leaning,
yeah,
that's different than saying I'm a liberal independent but have a conservative stance on something.
Yeah, and I think, but overall my philosophy is very much shaped in the left with some exceptions.
Oh.
So, but yeah, so I don't like the majority of the Democratic Party. But so I like that people are starting to call out progressives, and I think Pramila Jayapal has been getting a lot of criticisms. Like some of the things I believe she voted for that bill that passed. Was it the Build Back Better bill, or was like a handout to the big corporations? And then she didn't want the other one that the progressives wanted. But there's also, she supported Nina Turner's opposition when Nina Turner was running for a position in Ohio a couple months ago. And I think she convinced AOC not to endorse Nina Turner. So a lot of people are starting to call out Pramila Jayapal. And by the way, I'm picking on Pramila Jayapal also because she's against changing the daylight savings time.
Oh yeah, I remember you told me that.
But there's other people who are progressives in name only. So I like that progressives are starting to do that. My concern is come up with your own name. Don't just change one letter and
Because
call
somebody
it
else
Pino.
did it.
Well, it seems like a weak move to call it a Pino. And it's also, rhino's a better term. Rhino is a better term than Pino.
It is, because rhino actually, yeah, it actually has a good ring to it. If you're gonna, you know, I'm surprised that the Democrats in name onlys are not called dinos.
Again, because the Democrats are basically Republicans.
No, they're not.
Obama said that if he was a politician in the 80s, he would be a moderate Republican.
Uh-huh.
And this was our Hope and Change candidate. Moderate Republican from the 1980s.
Well, whatever hope and change he wanted, it just made things worse, I think.
I don't necessarily disagree with you. I disagree with your reasonings behind that statement, though. Because my thing is that if you want to call somebody a Pino, look no farther than Barack Obama.
So
I know, but if we're going to go with that term, it is a bad word. We need a better term.
Pino.
On the left. I know. But if you're going to use that term, look no further than Barack Obama. He passed conservative legislation. He kept the Patriot Act.
Yeah, but you would agree, though, that once he got into office that he changed his stance on gay rights, right? He changed his stance on marriage, because he did say, and I did actually hear this, that he believed that marriage is between a man and a woman. And then there you go, he changes it and declares that New York is one of the states that would be a gay marriage state. Okay, so I partially agree with you and partially disagree. And let me try to break this down further. I look at that as a bad thing like you do, but I look at it from the opposite perspective. I know.
I look at it like the Hope and Change dude in 2008 should have been pro-gay marriage. And whether or not he was in his personal life is irrelevant to me, because it's about policies that matter. And isn't it convenient to me that he chose an election year to come out in favor of gay marriage? He should have been gay marriage in 2008 instead of being pro-gay marriage in 2012.
It's kind of like when somebody apologizes for something that they said.
Yeah.
And they thought it, they said it, and then they apologize for it.
Like, I don't know this. I think that in his personal life, Barack Obama was probably for gay marriage before he ever thought about running for president. But again, I don't care what he thought about in his heart. I think he should have been in favor of gay marriage in 2008. 2008.
I would want to know what he really thought of in his heart, because from out of the heart the mouth speaks. So I mean, it's just, I mean, whatever you're thinking, whatever is going on in your heart, you're going to say it.
But here's the thing.
What?
In some ways, if he was for gay marriage before he ran for president, that almost makes it worse. That he knew that something was wrong, and yet he was still in favor of keeping this old system publicly. That almost makes him worse of a person in my eyes. Like, you can be pro-gay marriage with your friends, but you can't in public. And I'm going to do something that I never do. I'm going to give Joe Biden a little bit of credit.
Oh, geez, really?
Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
By most reports, Joe Biden was the one who pressured Barack Obama to come out in favor of gay marriage. And so there's reason to believe that even though it was an election year, had Joe Biden not pushed him publicly, Barack Obama would still not have a pro-gay marriage stance. And that is ridiculous for somebody who claimed to be a progressive. So I think the Pino look no further than Barack Obama. Barack Obama is a conservative who tried to wear the progressive flag.
He's not a conservative. He was never a conservative, and that's why he switched.
By his own admission.
That's why he switched.
By his own admission, he considered himself a moderate Republican.
He was going to say anything to get everybody's votes. He was going to say anything to get a Republican's votes. So
Because he loved Republicans.
Really?
He's more conservative than he is
Just like
liberal.
Hillary Clinton would say anything for Republicans to vote for her. And look, she's not even close to being one. And people on both sides don't like her.
I don't like her because I think she's like Barack Obama. She's conservative.
No, she isn't.
What has he done that's super liberal?
Well, I mean, she I think she, I don't know what her, so I know that she was a senator in New York at one time.
Yes, she won one election.
I don't know what her policies were, unfortunately, because this is like back when I wasn't really paying attention, and I could look that up. But I don't know that you would. I mean, what about when she was a prosecutor and she decided to let that guy go free?
Okay, you're kind of right, but she was a public defender, and she defended somebody for a rape charge. Now, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
There is an argument to be made that everybody deserves a fair trial. Listen, that's in the DNA of our country. So yeah. I don't begrudge her for that. I think what she did afterwards, where she laughed about it and it was videotaped,
it was horrible,
is absolutely deplorable.
Yeah, right.
But that doesn't answer my question. What did Hillary Clinton do that was super lib?
Well, what about her husband's terms? Her husband's terms, the left will claim that he did well with the economy, and I think that both you and I would agree that wasn't true.
I think it's a mixed bag with the economy, but what did he do that was super progressive? I can think of one thing there were a couple things that were progressive for the time. There was the Brady Bill, which had some problems with it, but okay, it's some gun control. And even though now, it rightfully so, it's looked at as a bad thing, at the time it was good because of the way our country was a don't ask, don't tell policy. Because at least it was a way to allow gay people, if they wanted to.
That was a liberal thing.
It was slightly liberal for the time.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't aged well, though. It has not aged well, though. And ideally, we should have just had it where gay people could have been open back then, but our society was different in that time. But
I think we're getting too far in the
yeah,
lead.
I don't know of anything that I can think of off the top of my head that the Clintons did that was super lib.
Okay, I think you should look it up. There's several. I'm sure there's several Clinton documentaries that will explain a little bit more.
I read his book and I wasn't that impressed, but
it didn't sound like something I would read either.
Yeah. One of the few things that Trump said that was honest was when he called her crooked Hillary.
She is.
She is crooked.
She really is. I mean, why would there be classified emails on her home server?
But it goes way deeper than that.
Well, it's more than that too, right?
It's more than that.
It's a lot more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just hope that whoever runs in, I hope we get you know what I would like, babes? I would like a person under the age of 50 to run for president in 2024 on one of the two major parties.
I have a feeling it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Like, could we get somebody who was born...
yeah, but you said yourself that it shouldn't matter when it comes to age.
Okay.
You said that yesterday.
I did say... That was yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
That was yesterday. My feelings have evolved.
No. You can't go back on that because I don't think it has to do with age. I think it has to do with competency.
I think that the odds that somebody would be more competent if they were in their late 40s is higher than it is for people running in their 80s.
No, but it's policy. It has nothing to do with the age. It has nothing to do with personality because you could be a nice person and have horrible policies.
Okay, let me rephrase it. Would you like to see somebody run for president who's younger than your mom?
If they can do the job.
Why can't we have both?
If they can do the job, but there isn't anybody that I know that's younger than my mom and my dad that is running to be that has hopes of running for president. I don't see it.
Not right now, but maybe somebody will come out of the woodwork.
Because I think Kamala Harris is she's got it. Was she in her 60s?
No, she is close though. She's gonna be, I think, 60 in 2024. She's like 58.
Okay, so she's younger than my mom, but she definitely would not be a good president.
Oh, nobody likes Kamala Harris.
Nobody likes her. Nobody likes Kamala.
I don't even know if her husband likes her.
I don't even know if she's married. Is she?
She is married.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, even the guy, Mayor Willie Brown. Not Willie Brown. Not Mayor. I'm sorry. I think he was he the mayor? I forgot. I think he might have been the mayor of California at one time.
California is a state, babe. There are cities that have mayors, not states.
I'm sorry.
Go
ahead. Anyway, mayor of whatever city it was. Even he was telling her not to run. So I mean,
no.
He was the one that she had an affair with a long time ago.
I don't like Kamala Harris. I think she's horrible.
I mean, I don't know if she's running for president, but if she was, just because she was younger than my mom and dad, I don't think she should run.
No, but let me rephrase it. If you had somebody who was super competent and who was under 50, don't you think that might be a good thing for a country? And maybe somebody who's not in the system.
Like I said, if they were for the people and if they could do their job correctly, maybe.
I think Cori Bush is going to be 48
but there isn't,
in 2020.
There isn't anyone that I would want to be president that is under 50.
I would want Cori Bush.
Yeah, but just because she's under 50?
No, because she's actually done something for the people.
Yeah, okay.
I want either Cori Bush or Nina Turner to run in 2020.
How old is this Nina Turner person?
I think Nina Turner's a little bit older. I think she might be in her late 50s. There is a great video. Did we talk about it here? And she's on the campaign trail. So she used to be a teacher.
Uh-huh.
And she runs into one of her ex-students.
Yeah.
And they start hugging each other. But it's not like, you run into one of your ex-students and it's like you say hi and then you move on because you're campaigning.
Yeah.
She hugs this guy. She starts crying with him. He says, I made it out. And she's like, you were one of the ones I prayed for because I knew how hard your childhood was. And this guy became a cop. And she's crying and hugging him. And she's like, oh, and this is my dad. And it is just a heartwarming video.
Yeah, but if I don't agree with her policies, I'm not voting for her just because of that video.
I'm not voting for her because of that video, babes, but I'm saying...
I mean, yeah,
it's
great,
a sign
she's
that
a human. I'm glad she's a human. I'm just saying, I'm glad that that's a heartwarming video, but just because it's a heartwarming video, I'm not going to vote for someone just because of that.
She, I believe she ran Bernie Sanders' campaign, or she was one of the higher-ups in his campaign. And obviously that campaign was not successful, but that's because... the evil Democrats came out against him, including Barack Obama, behind the scenes. That's what I've heard.
Okay, I think we should move on, Bubs.
Uh-oh.
We've been talking about this for 15, 20 minutes?
45. No, I don't know. Let's see. It's roughly around... Hold on. I didn't see the timer. Yeah, roughly around 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think we should get off of this now.
Oh, well, we have to have a kiss.
Why?
Because you're upset.
I'm upset?
Because I explained to you that the Democrats are really your people.
No, I'm...
Yeah, because they're really conservative. And you're about to lose the pro-freedom argument when gay rights get... Well, pro-freedom does not... Oh, okay, all right, stop. All right, give me a kiss.
Rules for thee, but not for me, is all I have to say about it.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Yeah, you do.
You know what?
Rules for thee and not for me.
Oh, you mean... Oh, okay, so that's what you're going to say to gay people.
No, it's...
Okay, give me a kiss.
Okay, I get your point. You.
What? I love you. I love
as I pat his head.
As you pat my head.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. There's something I wanted to talk to you about yesterday and I completely spaced it.
That's okay.
I told myself I was going to remember it and I forgot about it again.
Okay.
But
I'm sure you will.
When we do the phone thing.
Oh.
Probably on Wednesday. Because Thursday's going to be crazy. Prepping for the Blues Fest.
Thursday's going to be crazy for you?
Yeah, because I'm going to prep for the Blues Fest.
Okay.
Which means basically I'm going to cook, meals and whatnot.
Right.
So I'm going to have plenty of food.
Stuff when you get home, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the morning.
Okay.
I'm excited about it, though.
Okay.
I wanted to get into the pasta salad we made last night.
I know, but I said I was afraid that if we ate it now, meaning for breakfast,
yeah,
that we weren't going to have enough for dinner.
But we are going to have some for lunch.
We're going to have some for lunch. I think I'd probably just have one bowl.
Oh.
Yeah. But
I'm blowing boy.
that sauce is really good.
I think it's gonna come out pretty tasty.
Yes, it will.
Yes.
Yes, it will.
Yes, it will.
Yes, we had some spices and some pickle juice and some veggies, a lot of olives and tomatoes, and
there was something that was upsetting though when we were making the pasta salad last night, and it had nothing to do with us prepping.
Okay, what happened?
Lady A is coming to Blues Fest.
Oh yeah, that. Oh yeah, I have a lot to say about that.
I do too, actually, and we were probably on agreement on this one.
Oh, I am so upset.
So, in case you don't know, Lady A is like I think a blues singer who's been around for a minute.
And I never heard any of her stuff.
I'm not really familiar with her work too, but
yeah.
She was in the news a couple years ago after the George Floyd thing. Not by her own choice.
Yeah.
The band Lady Antebellum wanted to change their name to Lady A.
Because it had to do with something that something about before the war, before the Civil War or whatever.
Here's the thing. I believe Lady Antebellum is like all white people.
Yes, they are.
And
they're from the South, and Lady A got and rightfully so really upset because they're trying to take her name away.
So they're trying to show that they're down with the cause by oppressing a black artist.
I just think to show that they're racially equal or whatever it is that they're trying to do.
They're for black people, and they're going to oppress a black person.
Lady Antebellum was a perfectly fine name. I think they should have kept it. I don't think they should have called it Lady A. I think it's stupid.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I totally get that the term antebellum is triggering, and it's maybe a reminder of an uncomfortable time in
I don't think they should have changed it at all.
But here's the thing. By the time you put out hit records, you're stuck with the name.
Exactly.
It's just the way of life.
Well, it's not like it was like Puffy where he wanted to change it all the time, which I think is ridiculous.
I think that's ridiculous too.
I mean, I think he has a right to do it, but why are you trying to confuse your fans?
Yeah, and here's the thing. If you think that the term antebellum is a bad one, well, why did you come up with that name?
I know. And I personally think that antebellum was a perfectly fine name. Lady Antebellum, perfectly fine name.
But you do realize it has certain connotations.
I know, but it's not like, well, I mean, like that team, the Washington Redskins. I don't think they should have changed the name. I think they should have just kept it.
Yeah, even though they should have kept it, and for real, it was a racist name. Both can be true.
No, but still.
Uh-oh.
Still, it doesn't have to be a racist name. It doesn't have to be triggering anybody. I think that the term trigger has been used as a buzzword to have an excuse to riot and get angry because a lot of people have rage.
There's some truth to that.
They don't know how to control their emotions.
They're
just making it so emotional.
Okay, there's some truth to that. But for real, the term Redskins is kind of racially insensitive.
Yeah, but anything is racially insensitive now. Aunt Jemima is racially insensitive. Mrs. Butterworth is racially insensitive. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Uncle Ben's is now called Ben's because they think that Uncle Ben's is a race. Whatever it is. I don't know. I mean, anything can be racist now, and I think I'm so sick and tired of it.
I agree with you that there's a little bit too much of that on the left. There's something I would say that with Aunt Jemima. I believe I read somewhere that the portrait of Aunt Jemima was actually the family who created it. They had a slave and they made her.
Yeah, but here's the thing though.
What's up?
Yes, there was a woman who used to be a slave, and she did work for a family, but she was she got herself out of that. I mean, and the family treated her well, so she wasn't oppressed by this family.
I don't know if I could go that far.
No. If you look up Nancy Green, because that's what her name was.
Okay.
She got out of that, and she was not, from what I understand, she worked for the family for a long time, and they were not mean to her, and she went on to do other things after that. So it wasn't like she was poor and oppressed for forever. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to go backwards and oppress her even more.
Okay.
The people that want to change Aunt Jemima.
Here's what I will say. I don't believe in changing things, so I probably would have kept Aunt Jemima, but I would have kept it with the proviso of this is still kind of messed up.
Yeah,
But you can say both. You can say it's a little bit messed up and we're keeping it because, we live in America.
I think that they're trying to make it messed up so that we have to change it. And I personally like Aunt Jemima syrup.
But it's also messed up to make a slave pose for something and not pay them. And maybe
Actually, she was. I think she was.
okay, maybe she was treated well in the context of being treated well for a slave, but I don't know how well you can really treat somebody who's a slave.
But she was the face of. I believe that she was the face of empowerment, and now they want to oppress her by changing her face.
I don't know if I would consider it a face of empowerment if a slave owner makes you pose for a picture.
I honestly think you should look her up, because if you don't know anything about this woman, then
all right, I will do some research on this.
Yeah, because I heard that this woman was not so poor and oppressed after a while.
Look, I don't think it's a good look for the left to be fighting that, but at the same time, it is also kind of messed up.
No, I think they want to make it messed up, and I think that's why Lady Antebellum, groups like Lady Antebellum, had to kowtow to these leftist activists.
Now that I do agree with you on, with the Lady Antebellum thing.
Yeah, they should have just kept it if that's what they wanted to do.
I don't think they want. I think it was them wanting to pair woke, because I don't know how many people were really calling them out, and they just inserted themselves into the conversation.
Yeah, it's like, come on. I mean, really, I don't get it. I think they should have just kept the name and did more research on Lady A before they decided to change it.
Exactly. And this, maybe you say something like, okay, it's a messed up name, but we're already known as this, and so we're keeping it.
Or say, hey, I know it seems like it's messed up, but that's not what we were going for.
I don't know what they were going for.
I know. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean,
when they came up with the name Lady Antebellum, for all I know, they are racist. For all I know, they're not. I don't know them well enough.
Well, I've heard some of their music, and it doesn't sound racist to me, so.
Yeah, but somebody could put on a good image, and then you find out later, like, they're racist. Like,
yeah, but what?
Mel Gibson is a great example of this. Okay, Passion of the Christ. Yeah, he obviously hates Jews. But before then, when we were watching, or when I was watching Man Without a Face, I didn't know that he was a racist. You know what I mean?
I understand that, but we're talking about music here.
No, but I'm just saying somebody could have a public image like they're a cool person, and then you find out later that they are racist. So I don't know whether the band is or isn't. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah. But they did.
They should have just like changed their name entirely from Lady Antebellum to something totally different.
No, I would have kept the name.
But I did like the name. I would have kept it.
Yeah. Yes.
And I think that it's terrible that they want to just steal a name that they didn't even look at.
Yeah. And the whole thing about the South is like it's stealing from black people, and they steal from this black lady.
Yeah, but I'm not thinking about her race. I'm thinking about that they actually just stole her name.
No, but if you want to, but the reason they did that is because they want to appear like they're down with the cause and that they're pro black rights, and yet they do what people from the South are known for doing, is stealing from black people. Yes, that's the South's claim to fame.
Black people in the South are racist too, Bubs.
Are there racist people in the South? I'm sure there are.
I'm sure that there are black people that are racist too. I mean, my cousin actually experienced it. So
okay.
To say that every white person in the South is going to be a racist Klans person is very narrow-minded.
I'm sure there are racist black people in the South too, but I'm saying, what is it known for? It's known for more like what? Okay, babes. Mm-hmm. Going forward, I'm going to start tickling you when I get triggered. Oh, unless you want to stop it. Oh, think about that there, little Jaylo.
Okay.
Yes. We slept good last night, babes.
I know I did.
Yeah, we went to bed around like 9:30.
No, it was 10.
Was it 10?
It was after 10.
Okay.
I know that because I checked it, and it was, I remember I asked what time it was, and it was like almost 9 o'clock, and I'm like, it's too early. And we just finished watching one of the movies.
Yeah.
But I was gone. I was really, really tired.
I fell asleep too, a little bit later than you, because I was watching, I think, Crystal, Kyle, and Friends. Oh, I remember the thing. That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
It's another political thing, but I think you might actually agree with me on this one.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I think you told me this, right? Okay, go on.
Okay. So Crystal Ball was on Bill Maher the other week, right?
Uh-huh.
And okay, so I loved watching Bill Maher back in the day. I was a big fan of Politically Incorrect in middle school, through high school, all that stuff. And I loved Real Time. And I like that he held even Democrats accountable for some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Around 2016 is where I started to check out. Now, I always knew he was a little bit of an elitist.
Yeah, I knew that too.
And that he doesn't strike me as somebody I would want to meet in real life.
He seems very unhappy.
Yeah, I think he would just he's the type of celebrity who I think might go off on you if you asked him for an autograph.
Oh, probably.
But I liked his take on politics for the most part.
Yeah.
I think in the last 5 to 7 years, he's gone a little bit too nutty for me. Into the culture war stuff and all that, all those things.
Okay.
But anyways, Crystal Ball was on his show last week. And he was trying to say, well, Joe Biden, is it true that he's a little bit too far left for the Democratic Party? And there was a great point made online. Well, if he's so far left, why are so few young people saying that they're in favor of Joe Biden? But she didn't make that argument on the show.
Okay.
But that's actually a really good argument. But she started talking about, well, you say that, and I'm paraphrasing, but she's like, to Bill Maher, you say that because he gave people checks when he got into office. But nobody talks about the bailouts we gave to Wall Street in 2020 when the economy was crashing. And Bill Maher acted like he didn't even know that the economy crashed in 2020.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, but he acted like he didn't even know that. And he acted like he didn't even know that our government gave massive bailouts to Wall Street. And he, as a host of a political show, it made him sound massively out of touch.
And I don't even watch his show at all because I'm not a Bill Maher person at all.
Yeah, I'm not anymore, but I used to be. And that just made me think, well, that's so crazy that he's that out of touch.
He obviously wasn't prepared for that interview.
No. And it may be time for him to retire. That's the weird thing of watching people you used to become out of touch. I'm a Howard Stern fan, but you can make the argument he's too out of touch. Joe Rogan now is a little bit out there. Have you ever experienced that where you were a fan of somebody and then one day you realize they've just gotten old and they've just been doing this for too long? And
I don't know if I have. I mean, I'm not really into a lot of I was never really into political commentary shows when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And I wasn't into crazy talk show smut, as I would call it, with Howard Stern or anything.
Uh-oh.
Now, there was a guy I think I told you about before on a station called Cube 93 in Seattle.
Oh, that's a T-Man.
The T-Man, yeah. And I think now he's in syndication or whatever. And he used to be funny for a while and then, into my early 20s. And after that, it's just I don't... And I never really cared about his characters. I mean, there were some things that were funny, but after a while, it's okay, I think you need to stop now.
Do you think that it's a product of getting old, or it's a product of you're no longer surrounding yourself with normal people? You're only surrounding yourself with yes men. And as a result, you start not to question your decision making as much.
I think it's just not, there isn't any new material. Right? The person is no longer innovative.
Yeah.
And not trying to make themselves entertaining enough. I think that's what it is. I don't think it has anything to do with age, because you can be an older person and still be innovative. So
you think it has more to do with maybe the new ideas aren't coming because maybe you're surrounding yourself by yes men too much.
Possibly.
Yeah. I think I tend to side with you on that one.
Yeah, because you could still be an older person and still be wacky and innovative or creative or whatever.
Look at George Carlin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until he died.
His last special is amazing. But we don't have to go there, Joe. Anyways,
Anyway.
so I listened to Crystal, Kyle, and Friends last night. I know
Yeah.
that's a huge shock for you, babes.
Uh-huh.
And then I went to bed.
Okay.
Yes. And I was asleep until like 4:30 this morning.
Yeah.
Then I heard a bunch of sirens outside. And you slept right through it.
I must have, because I don't remember that.
There was at least 3, maybe more than that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, at least 3, huh?
At least 3. I'm assuming there was a fire nearby. Jaylo.
Or the one, because there is a building that's just across from the building here. And it's a building with senior citizens.
Nice.
So there's something going on in that building. I don't know if there was like a fire, or maybe it was something else, or maybe somebody.
I think sorry to interrupt you. I think it was something else, because it sounded like they're speeding away somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And sometimes I would hear the ambulance come by.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I still love you there, Jaylo.
That's not good.
That's not good.
Yeah, I tried to apply for that building at one time, and then realized pretty quickly that I was too young for it.
Nice. Yeah, we got there, Jaylo.
I'm too young for that. I've been hearing commercials about senior retirement centers.
Yeah.
That are really, really nice, but then you have to be like 55 and older, and I'm not.
There's a great episode of Cheers, and I know everything goes back to Cheers at some point, where Cliff puts his mom in a retirement home.
Yeah.
And he's questioning if he did the right thing. I love the way the episode opens, where he goes to the bar and he's like, you think a situation where a 38-year-old man and his ma live together in a one-room apartment would be great. And it's like, no, reality check, people. One that made me laugh, but two, later in the episode, he goes to talk to Sam about it. And, and Sam's like, well, you put her in a nice place. He's like, oh, yeah, and it's famous, too. 60 Minutes did a story on them. I love that joke. And he's like, and a couple months later, they did a follow-up.
A couple months later, he did a follow-up. Oh, wow.
Sorry, I had to bring that up.
But
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
My goodness.
Yes, but you're not going into the retirement home. Yeah, Jaylo.
No, apparently I'm too young for that.
Well, good.
That's okay. I don't need to do that.
I'm glad to hear that, babes.
Yeah.
Give me a kiss.
Did I tell you that I almost did, though?
Go into a retirement home?
Well, no, here's the thing. So,
first, give me the kiss.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, babes.
So, I just graduated from college, and I was trying to figure out where I wanted to live and what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I was 31 at the time, so fairly young. I'm still fairly young at the time right now. But my brother-in-law was a personal trainer for one of the homes from this retirement place.
Go ahead.
And they said, oh yeah, it's for like seniors and people with disabilities, but the catch is that you have to be 55 and older.
Okay.
So I couldn't.
I knew somebody who, able-bodied guy.
Yep.
And his parents lived in a trailer park, but it was for older people.
Yes.
I'm not sure how the rules work, but I think he stayed there for like a couple of years.
Really?
Yeah.
And how old was he?
He was like a year older than I am, and this was like over 10 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
But was he staying there to take care of his parents?
No. They were, active and all that stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So it wasn't like they needed any caregivers or anything?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how old was his parents?
I had a guess. I'd say like late 50s, early 60s.
Are they still around?
His mom is still around.
Oh, his mom is still around. Okay.
Yes.
Not his dad.
But you promised me that if she dies, she's going to haunt you.
What?
No.
What? Okay.
That's just a little bit ghost material, babe. So
but
that's my ghost joke for the day.
That was a bad one.
Oh. Well, I still love you, babes.
But the mom is still around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think ghosts can travel back in time?
I don't think they can at all.
So it's not like I die and I could go back and haunt Benjamin Franklin.
No. Well, Benjamin Franklin is probably not haunting anyone.
Why do you say that?
Because he's dead.
Oh, yeah. So you don't believe in ghosts?
I don't.
I don't either.
I'm very skeptical about that.
You know what? I am too, actually.
I'm very skeptical about, like, people living in houses that are supposedly haunted. I don't know. I just don't. I mean, even when I went to my cousin's place.
Is that the one that your mom talked about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even when I went to my cousin's place, I know that I didn't experience any of that.
Yeah.
I thought it was a super old house, and I thought that they should move out of it because it was really old.
Yeah.
But there was a cemetery that was right there. And the house was built on a cemetery. So
that's super creepy and also kind of cool.
It's creepy, but at the same time, I never experienced the like paranormal stuff that may have happened there, which it might have happened.
Yeah.
But and then eventually they did move out of that place, and they moved into another house that was kind of like the same style, but it wasn't on the grave.
Nice.
The graveyard, yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm happy for them there. Jaylo.
Okay. So, I mean, now, just because I'm skeptical about it doesn't necessarily mean that things didn't happen there, but I just didn't experience it. And I am skeptical of ghosts anyway.
I am too. I mean, anything is possible, but I don't know. I doubt there's ghosts.
No, I don't think so. I've never had that.
Well, and also, you would think that just because if ghosts were real, the ghosts would outnumber the humans at this point. So, like, everybody would have a ghost story by now. That's my thought on it.
Yeah. Yeah, just like everybody would have an alien story.
I don't believe that. Why would that be the case?
Well, I mean, if there were aliens, don't you think everybody would already experience that?
I think that there are aliens, but I don't think we've been visited.
I don't either.
But I do believe in extraterrestrial life, but I don't think they've come here. But Graham Hancock does make a pretty convincing argument in Fingerprints of the Gods, which is a really cool book. But I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I don't either.
Who knows the little Jaylo?
Yeah, I'm very skeptical about ghostly activity.
Yeah.
It's fun to think about, and there was like a show called The Ghost Hunters that I didn't watch. And it's something fun to think about, but I mean, what is the percentage of stuff that really does happen that somebody can prove?
I hear you.
I don't know. It could be wishful thinking, it could be imagination, but no one has really been able to prove it.
Yeah, and just because somebody hasn't been able to prove it doesn't mean it didn't happen. But there's so many factors that contribute to stuff like this. Now, having said that, and I've told you this before, while I don't believe in ghosts, there have been many times since my mom's death where I felt like she was in the room with me. And sometimes I'm just like doing normal shit. Like I'm just cleaning up around the house and it's like, oh, mom's here. You know, so it's not just like I'm crying all the time and, oh, I think about my mom and she's here now, you know.
But it's not like you're scared or anything. You're just comfortable.
It's just like, oh, hi, mom. And then I just go back to what I'm doing. I told you that story with my nephew.
Yeah, that was really crazy.
That's creepy. So in case I didn't say it here, when my mom died when my nephew was like a year and a half old. And before her death, she bought a picture of the Buddha for my sister to give to my nephew when he got older. Why? Just because? Because we would talk about Buddhism a lot. At the time, I was going to this Buddhist monastery fairly often to meditate. Not a monastery, but a worship place. But anyways, temple.
A temple.
I'm dyslexic.
A temple.
Okay. My mom buys a picture of the Buddha, dies, I don't know, a few months later. Mm-hmm. And like a year after that, my sister, her husband, and my then 2.5-year-old nephew moved to Portland. So I'm hanging at their place one day, talking to my brother-in-law. And he says, it's really creepy, Rick. Sometimes I'll get up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. And I'll hear, your nephew saying, hi, Grandma. And I'll look up and look into his room, and he's looking at the picture of the Buddha that your mom bought him.
He probably associates it with your mom because she gave it to him.
But he was too young to really know that. Yeah. You know what I mean? He was 2.5.
He probably doesn't even remember saying that.
Right, but just because my brother-in-law remembers him saying that.
Yeah.
That's kind of creepy, and the cat story is kind of creepy because my mom told me that she had this weird connection to this cat, and she goes into this long thing. This is 3 months before she died, and at the time, I'm kind of just like, yeah, Mom, whatever.
Yeah.
So my mom dies. Sister takes the cat home and has my mom cremated.
Mm-hmm.
You reach out to her like a week after she got back, talking to her, and she says, it's the weirdest thing. Mom's cat will sit by the urn and look at it for hours at a time. And my sister's an atheist. So my sister's not like lying to me because she wants me to believe in something. She's just telling me what's going on.
Oh, that's weird.
And that's that same cat, Babes,
Mm-hmm.
who my sister told me hates everybody. And when I came over, would come up to me, and you saw this.
I know.
And the cat would only like really hang out with me.
And half of his body was on your lap, and half of his body was on mine.
And the one time that cat bit me was when I was holding your hand.
Oh.
Yeah. But
did he bite you hard?
No, he just bit me for like a second.
Oh.
And every other time I've been around that cat just purrs, goes into my lap, and it's like we'll hang out there forever. And my sister told me that cat hates everybody.
Wow.
Yes.
And then he was kind of warming up to me too.
It took him a while, though.
It took him a while, but I think once he figured out that I wasn't, I think I was doing something, and he kind of like sort of tapped me with his paw, like stop it, you know, like okay, and then he was like half of his body was on you, and the other half of his body was on me. So I'm like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's weird stuff.
He claimed you.
Yeah. So I don't believe in ghosts, but there are things that I can't explain.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
But I've heard some horror stories in the Philippines where there were places where people would drive and they would see like a nun or something.
That's
or what
crazy.
looks like a nun. I've heard some stories about the Polly Lookout in Hawaii.
I have too, actually.
Yeah, really weird ones.
Yeah.
Like I heard about somebody jumping off of the bridge, and then the wind was so the winds were so crazy.
Yeah, like blew them back.
Them back. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm not convinced that everybody has the same version of reality or lives in the same version of reality. You know what I mean?
No.
Like,
we're gonna go down here again.
Okay, we don't have to go down this road again. But I don't know. I think life is crazy.
I don't know if that's really. I'm just saying. I don't know if the Polly Lookout thing is true. I've heard some stories.
But we both. I don't know either. But we both heard it from separate sources.
I've also heard some crazy sightings of Pele, the fire goddess. In a Hawaiian mythology.
Yep.
That was a little bit weird.
Mm-hmm.
But whether it's true or not, I have no idea.
I don't know, babes.
I heard stories about a white lady.
I've heard stories about white ladies.
No. White lady ghost.
Okay.
Not white ladies.
Okay. You ever heard of Karen?
Yeah.
She's like really upset.
I've met some nice Karens that are not that upset.
I have too.
Who came up with the name Karen?
I don't know.
Get it? So does that mean a male Karen would be a Darren?
I'm down with that.
My goodness.
Karen and Darren.
Karen and Darren?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or a Darian?
Darian. Yes. Or Dorian.
Dorian.
Yes.
It's also a female name too, Darian.
Nice.
Yeah.
There we go there, Jaylo.
I don't know.
Babes.
Yeah, who came up with Karen?
I don't know. But ghosts might be real.
Why couldn't they use a name like Brittany? Every time I think of the name Brittany, I think of like a bratty little girl.
Yeah, like Britney Spears.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway.
It's so crazy that you can see her nude now.
Ew.
She posts like these topless pictures of herself on Instagram.
But she's been doing that a lot though.
I know, like everybody,
like even before this.
Like happened. Everybody thought, oh, free Britney, she's so normal, and then it turns out, no.
No, she just wanted to. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, but she's been kind of weird, like when she was in her 20s too.
Yeah, this lady's been crazy. Now, does that mean that she should have been held hostage by her dad? No, but something tells me...
But her dad actually wanted to step down from doing this.
Yeah, something tells me there's more to that story than we heard. So, it wasn't just all, she's being
a lot of it had to do with the lawyers. It wasn't... I mean, even her dad said, I think I should step down from this.
Nice. But
her lawyers were kind of like... I think the lawyers were a big part of it. So
good. Well, she's naked now on Instagram, babe. So I can...
Who cares?
Okay, I'm just
I don't care. Are you on Instagram?
I'm on it, but I'm only on it because Clubhouse, you had to set up an Instagram thing at the beginning so that people could reach out to you. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's horrible as a blind person.
Do I have to do that?
No, they changed that now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but at the time, when I first got on, if you wanted to communicate with other Clubhouse people that you didn't really know, the best way to do it was Instagram.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you still on it?
I still have an account, but it's not really that blindness friendly because it's a photo app.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It is a photo app, but some people talk on it too.
So other than, looking at naked pictures of Britney Spears and talking with some old Clubhouse people, I really don't go on there that much.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, babes, yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Yes. Babes.
Yeah.
I was a child of the 90s.
As was I.
Mm-hmm.
We both were.
And there was a show called Superman, The New Adventures of Lois and Clark.
Actually, you got it backwards. Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman.
And I'm dyslexic.
Yes?
Yes. And the show does not hold up today. It's pretty bad. I watched a couple episodes recently.
Yeah, I watched it a little bit. I didn't watch the entire show.
Let's be honest, it's not that good. But at the time, I really enjoyed the program. Yeah. Because I'm a little kid, I don't know any better, and I'm like, oh, I'm blind, I'm dyslexic, what am I going to watch? So I watched that. Anyways, that show had on Dean Cain
and
Teresa Hatcher.
Terry Hatcher.
Terry Hatcher. And
Teresa?
Yeah, I don't know. So I had a bit of a crush on your girl, Terry Hatcher.
And no wonder, because I heard she was really pretty.
She was really pretty. This is before I knew that she's kind of like asexual. I didn't know that back then.
Who cares, Bubs? Who cares?
She only had sex with her husband once.
So? I don't care.
They were married for years.
Ah.
All right. But I didn't know that at the time.
Oh my
I thought that she probably had some fun. And this was before Desperate Housewives. What?
Go on.
I'm going to start tickling you when I get twiggled, okay?
It's not called twiggling, Bubs.
Okay. Anyways, I went back into her film catalog. I watched what's that one she made with Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone? I almost said Turner and Hoots, but that's not right. Tango and Cash.
I don't remember.
It was Tango and Cash.
Okay.
It's not that good, but she was in it, so I watched it.
All right.
And then I discovered a film called Soap Dish.
And I never watched it. I've heard about it. I thought it was a weird name, but
I bought a copy of the VHS.
Yes.
Watched it a lot as a kid. Really enjoyed it. But you get older.
Yeah.
Your film palette becomes a little bit more sophisticated. And you think to yourself, how many of these films that I loved in childhood really hold up today? I told you about the movie. And we decided last night we're going to watch it. I'm a little bit nervous because I remember really enjoying it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to like it as an adult. I'm not sure if I can endorse it. But we watched it, and it still held up.
It was really funny.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you want me to give the overview since you're going to talk about the next film?
I don't know what to say about the next film because it was confusing.
I was asleep near part of the next film.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. You want to give the overview of this one?
I will.
Okay.
So, basically, Sally Field is a star of the soap opera called The Sun Almost Set.
The Sun Also Rises.
Also sets.
I thought it was The Sun Also Rises.
No, Bubs.
No, sorry.
The Sun Also Sets.
That's right. That's an Ernest Hemingway book, I think. The Sun Also Rises. Keep going.
You should know that. You watched it more than I did.
I was a kid and I'm bad with names.
Oh.
But she plays Celeste.
She plays Celeste Talbert.
Yes.
Who seems to have it all, but she comes home and her boyfriend's left her for his wife.
And she had won like a daytime Emmy.
Yeah. She has won a daytime Emmy. Meanwhile, there's this lady whose name is Montana Moorhead, who's played by Kathy Moriarty.
I love Kathy Moriarty.
I thought she's really funny in this one. And she's supposed to be the younger soap actress, and she wants Sally Field's character Celeste off of the show because she thinks that nobody likes her because she's too old. And keep in mind that in 1991, a 42-year-old was really old.
Well, she realizes that she's getting up there, and if she doesn't get Sally Field off the show now, she'll never have Montana
Right.
will never have a chance at
Yeah,
starting.
because she's almost 30.
Mhm.
Anyway, so that's going on. Meanwhile, you've got Kevin Kline's character, who's Jeffrey Anderson, who was kicked off of the show 20 years before.
And he's a nice guy, but I would classify him as a dumb actor in this movie.
Very dumb, but
Yeah.
but very entertaining and really funny.
Yeah, and he's not trying to be a mean person. He's just trying to live his life. He's
trying to get himself noticed.
And he thinks he's more intelligent than he really is.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a lot more intelligent than Otto in A Fish Called Wanda.
That is true.
Yeah, very intelligent, but well, more anyway.
Yes.
And
London Underground is not a political movement. Keep going. Gettysburg Address is not where Lincoln lived. Nietzsche's philosophy wasn't every man for himself.
Exactly right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And clearly Jamie Lee Curtis was the smart one in the relationship.
Yes. That's why she left him for John Cleese, a.k.a. Basil Fawlty.
Anyway.
We gotta watch Fawlty Towers sometime, but keep going.
Fawlty Towers, yes. Okay. Anyway, so David, I forgot what his last name was, played by Robert Downey Jr., is a producer, and he goes to watch Jeffrey Anderson
in dinner
theater. It's like, actually, that was great.
Because he wants to get with your girl, Montana Moorhead.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And he wants to do whatever makes her happy.
Because he wants to, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he realizes that, okay, well, if I get Jeffrey Anderson, then she's got to get out of the show because she hates this guy. Gets him on the show. Elizabeth Shue is the newest young actress. Her character is Lori Craven.
And they originally want Celeste to kill her so that Celeste will look bad.
So they want to cast her in there as a homeless mute.
Yes, and the mute part is so that they don't have to pay her.
Right.
As much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is really funny, actually.
Yes.
And Rose Schwartz, they have to run it by Rose Schwartz because she's a writer of the show.
Played by Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
And she's not really a fan of this story plot, but there's only so much Rose
She's
can
like, I can't write this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Celeste Talbert is like supposedly really good with friends with Rose. So anyway, so they get her on. Lori Craven ends up being attracted to Ron Randall, who is Jeffrey Anderson's character. He's a doctor.
Yes, but before then, we discover that Celeste and Lori are related.
Yeah, Lori is the niece.
That's what we're told.
That's what we're told in the beginning.
Keep going.
Okay. So so she goes on a date with Ron Randall. And of course Celeste is not happy about it. So there's things that happen before it too where they're doing a love scene and Ron Randall cannot say his lines. Things are happening. And you think that at the moment he's attracted to Celeste. He goes on a date with...
that's a great scene.
Yeah, he goes on a date with Lori Craven.
Yes.
And Celeste isn't happy, and she's trying to get people to like her again. But, what?
Well, nobody really hates her besides from Montana.
Yeah. But she wants to be noticed.
Yeah. And she's following around Lori.
Yeah, and Lori is, I'm staying with her at the time. She goes on a date with Ron Randall.
Or Jeff Anderson.
Jeffrey Anderson, so who plays Ron Randall.
Yeah.
She is walking on his fire escape, and she doesn't know that Lori has left.
Yep. And she sees through the window Jeff take his shirt off and is about to go into his bedroom. So she's like really concerned.
And she's about ready to fall off of the fire escape. She's like, Jeffrey!
She grabs onto this pole. Yeah. He comes out, helps her in.
Yeah.
And I love, she gets inside and yells at, Lori, get your clothes on.
You're like, Lori, get your clothes on. Your aunt's here. But she's like, she left 10 minutes ago. And she's still looking for Lori because she's thinking that he's lying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Fast forward a little bit.
Yep.
And they're doing a live shot for TV where Kevin Kline is supposed to kiss Lori. Sally Field comes onto the set, aka Celeste, and she confesses.
And she's like, you can never ever kiss her because she's my daughter and she's your daughter.
She explains that when they were younger, on her 4th date with Jeff, Celeste got pregnant. Yep. They wrote her out of the show for a little while. She made up the idea that she had a twin sister who died in a car accident, and
that's why she gets him kicked off. Yeah.
Yep, and had her mom raise Lori. She came back to the show, was mean to Jeff, and eventually had him kicked off of the show.
Yep.
And then drama ensues. People start talking about the sun also sets again.
Yeah, and so she sees what she says on TV, and she's like, "Oh no, this is terrible. Everybody isn't talking to me. Everybody just stopped talking to her for a while."
This becomes a bit of a toxic work relationship.
Yep. Eventually,
people start to say, meaning Elizabeth Shue, Kevin Kline, and Sally Field, all tell, I coughed, Gary Marshall, who's the producer of the series,
yep.
the head dude,
yep.
that either they go or I go. So they agree to do a live episode.
And then they find out Montana Moorhead, because she really wants this lady off. She really wants Celeste off. Used to be Milton Moorhead.
Yep. And then they find this out as they're watching TV. Robert Downey Jr. is just like, I gotta go for a second.
Yeah, because Montana Moorhead was trying to get him to do this while they were naked.
Yes.
And I'm guessing
they weren't naked.
They weren't naked. They were.
She was offering sex.
She was offering him that.
Yeah, if he got Celeste off the show.
And then he finds out that Montana used to be Milton.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gary Marshall's like, she used to be a boy.
Yes.
And he doesn't know what to think about that.
They break character again on the live show. Kevin Kline can't read his lines off the teleprompter well, which I really enjoyed. Because it seems like something I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love how they just break character.
Yes, they do break character, yes.
And your girl Elizabeth Shue says, I think I can work with the two of you, but I don't want any more lying or deceit.
Yeah, all of that, any of that. And then she finally calls her mom.
Yep. And at the end of the movie, your girl, Lori, wins the Daytime Emmy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Montana Moorhead ends up working in dinner theater.
Yeah, that was great.
she's around a bunch of old people.
This is a really good movie.
Kathy Moriarty was so funny.
Everybody showed up.
Yes, they did.
But I told you something that I realized last night.
What's that?
Is that Whoopi Goldberg is good when she's playing the version of Whoopi Goldberg that we know. You know, the sort of like streetwise character who means well, but is a little bit in your face. So she's
really
good,
in your face.
Good in this movie. Great in Ghost. But she pretty much plays the same character in everything.
Yeah, like in Sister Act. Like she was she used to be a Vegas showgirl, and then she's moonlighting as a nun.
Now, I haven't seen The Color Purple, so I don't know what she's like in that movie.
The Color Purple, she plays Celie.
But is she like this?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. It's been a while. I've watched the movie more than once, but I think you'd probably enjoy it.
She's all, and I guess the other exception to this rule is Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Oh, what did she play?
She played Guinan.
That's right. That's right. She was in the 10 Forward.
Yes.
That bar, right?
Yep.
Or restaurant / bar.
It's like a bar. You can get food though.
Yeah.
But for the most part, she's she plays a specific type of character, but she's good in that character.
Was she an alien?
On Star Trek? Yeah. Yeah.
And how many seasons was she on there?
I think she came on during the 2nd or 3rd season, and she only does a couple episodes each year, but Whoopi Goldberg also appeared in one of the movies too, as Guinan.
Yeah, I thought about wanting to meet her in person, but now I don't think I would.
I'd want to meet Whoopi Goldberg.
No, I think she's cray-cray now.
There's a lot of people who are cray-cray who I want to meet.
Yeah, but she's cray-cray.
No, Yeah, but she's also really smart too. Regardless of whether or not you agree with her stance on the world, she's a very smart lady, and it would be interesting to have a lunch with her and get her take on things. Um, and I think she has a lot of good stories that we probably don't know about. Like, what was it like making soap discs? What was being with Ted Danson like?
Yeah,
all
like
that stuff.
they were only together like briefly, right?
I think like a year or two, but they were engaged.
They were engaged?
Yeah, what's Patrick Stewart like? How did you feel being on the set of Star Trek? I'd love to have lunch with Whoopi Goldberg. Yeah, but this is a good movie.
I would like maybe 14 years ago, 15 years ago, but now
Oh my!
I don't think I would.
I going to talk to another. Yeah, Bobby, I got you.
Yeah, what?
No, I'm just having fun.
Bob,
Babes.
are you making fun of me again?
I never would.
Yes, you would.
I
Oh,
know.
and you would openly.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway, yeah, I liked her character in this movie.
Yeah.
I liked her character, of course, on Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a fun character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a fun movie.
It is.
Everybody was great.
Kevin Kline, of course, is awesome. So
Sally Field really did play this like dramatic soap opera star.
Yeah. Everybody showed up to play in this movie.
Yep.
Yeah. Great parody about the soap opera world, I think.
Yeah, I really did.
Yeah.
And of course they had to say, "Oh no, this is not just my daughter, it's yours." That was brilliant.
One of my favorite scenes in the movie, Babes, is it's near the beginning where Celeste is upset because her man left.
Yep.
And she's talking to Rose, and Rose is like, "Oh, should we do the thing at the mall?"
Yeah,
They go to the mall.
Yep.
Rose walks behind her on the escalator, and then goes, "Oh, I know you. You're that lady from TV," and just does it so people will gather.
That lady from TV. Yep.
Will gather around Celeste, and you see her like holding a baby and signing autographs and smiling to everybody.
Yeah, but then she just watches her.
It's a interesting commentary for me on what it must be like to be a celebrity.
Yeah, I know.
Because obviously I saw this before I knew any well-known folks.
Uh-huh.
And I've met people.
Yeah.
And it's, be clear, it's mostly guys.
Yeah.
Who kind of remind me of Celeste in that section of the movie.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
I totally understand.
Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about.
I think you do too.
Yes. Like, ooh, I get all the accolades and awards and I get fans.
But when I'm not around, when I'm not kissing babies and signing autographs, I'm really an emotional wreck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, I need applause.
Mm-hmm.
I need the applause. I need the attention. I need all the attention on me at all times.
That's right.
The world revolves around me only.
Especially if you're in Boulder, Colorado.
Right.
Yes. So that's maybe my favorite scene of the movie.
That was fun.
Yeah.
To watch. But how many people are live their lives like that? Like they have to have that validation.
And in some respects, I'm a little bit like Celeste in that way.
Kind of.
Yes.
But it's not like, it's funny to me. It's not like it's so unbearable I can't be around you.
And I'm also like self-aware, like, oh, this is a real issue.
Or sometimes you'll say things like, "Oh, you can talk about me and my greatness."
You can.
Stop.
You can. I don't mind.
And I'm like, stop it. It's not going to be all about you, you know.
Oh my goodness. What would you give this film on a scale from 1 to 10?
Strong 7.
Would you recommend it to your family? And if
yeah.
What's your elevator?
Oh yeah, because my family would watch soap operas back in the day, and I think they would enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think they would laugh.
What's your elevator pitch?
I don't have one.
Okay.
I don't have to have an elevator pitch all the time.
You don't have to, but it helps.
Why? Does it help you?
Because it's a way to condense a movie and tell somebody what it's like really quickly.
I mean, just because my mom and my aunts liked soap operas.
Nice.
So that's what I would say.
Yeah, I watched a couple of nighttime soaps, but I never watched the daytime ones.
I watched a few daytime ones just because people were watching it with me.
Yeah, I believe Aaron Spelling was one of the producers on this movie.
Ah, yes, I think you're right. Because you saw that.
Yeah. They showed his old house on Architectural Digest, babes.
Yeah.
Like, I think they've just put out the video within the last week or two.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice.
I'm sure it is.
And it's on the market in LA for, I think, $165 million. 56,000 square feet.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. I don't think he got that house just by making soap dish.
Yeah.
But I'm glad he did.
Very good.
Yes. We watched another movie, Jaylo.
We did, but this one was a little bit confusing, and somebody wasn't awake for some of it.
Then the question becomes, are any of us really ever awake?
We are.
Okay.
Speaking of that, I think I might take a nap after this. But anyway, yeah, it was a little bit confusing.
It was one of my ex-relatives past relatives is featured in this movie, Mr. Hammond.
Oh my goodness. No, Mr. Hammond was the man who was killed by Betty Davis's character, Leslie Crosby.
At the beginning of the movie. It happens, and she claims that she was raped by this guy, and he's a family friend.
Yep.
Now, her husband's super rich. Robert, and they hire a lawyer who's also a friend of the family.
Yep.
And he has to buy a letter from Mrs. Hammond. They eventually get Betty Davis off in the trial. Everybody's partying. The husband wants to buy this new house out in Peru, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe so.
And the lawyer explains, hey, there's some things we need you to pay for. And one of the things is this letter that costs $10,000. And he's like, okay, I got to read this letter. It comes out that your girl, Betty Davis, was not raped, but was in love with this man.
And they were sneaking off to have an affair.
Exactly.
Trysts, if you will.
Yes.
Yep.
And Robert doesn't know if he wants to stick with her.
Yep.
Eventually, he kind of thinks that he can, but she doesn't want to.
Yeah, and he asks her if she really loves him, and she says, yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
But after he kisses her, she says, no, I can't. I still love the man that I killed.
She leaves the house. Mrs. Hammond's wife.
Mr. Hammond's wife?
Mr. Hammond's wife, I'm sorry.
She's the one that knows different languages, I think, right?
I believe they say in the movie that she's Chinese.
She knows Chinese and Malay, I think.
Okay. And Mr. Hammond's wife's friend end up killing your girl. I think it's actually the friend. And
so it's implied that she was killed.
Yeah. Then a cop comes and the three of them walk away.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of a confusing movie.
Yeah.
And partially it was because I was asleep.
Yeah, I give it at least a week 7.
But it was fun to watch, so I'd give it a week 7 too.
And I'm hoping the movies we watch tonight are even better than that one.
I do too. Jaylo.
One of them is called The Big House.
The other one's called Clute.
Clute.
Yes. And you are tired, babes.
I am tired.
So maybe we should wrap this up and we should have a snack and then you take a nap and then we have lunch later.
Okay.
Okay. But we need a kiss in order to do that.
Kissy?
Yeah, kiss.
Okay.
Yeah.
My goodness.
All right, babes. Anything else you want to say?
Wherever you are in the world, I hope it's not too hot.
Exactly.
Because it's going to be a hot one today.
Oh, yes.
Here.
All right, babes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.